Alright, here's all the stuff we just cleaned tonight here. So we got our carburetors here. Here's a steel tubing. It was rusty. It did not cut it cut loose rust off. The ultrasonic probably did that to clean it into it. Obviously took whatever dirt and oil was off the valve also. So it didn't cut the rust, but it cleaned it up a little bit. Okay, this is the aluminum that was foaming really bad for about a minute. You can see how it makes it all kind of black looking. So it's corroding the aluminum is what it's doing, and eating it away really bad. And that was already eaten away there, but so this is a sand cast aluminum. This is die cast aluminum. It didn't look like it hurt this one too bad. Die cast might not be affected by it. I don't know. I could throw it back in and try it, I guess. This is sand cast. It was going pretty aggressive on that. So same thing. It blackened it up a little bit. It did clean some of the goo out of it, but it was eating away the aluminum too, so that didn't work very well. So I guess I'll check die cast. We'll see how that works. Probably it's more experimenting. Okay, this is the one that was already cleaned from a while ago. Now the heat marks in here, which are light corrosion marks, I guess. It's not really that hot. Appears to make it worse, not better, the longer I left it in there. This has probably got, oh shit, this thing's probably got 45 minutes of cleaning on this one. Over the last 6 months. Probably got 20 minutes at least on it right now. But you can see I got all the carbon out of there. It looks really clean, nice. We'll try some CRC, or not CLR on here. See if that cleans up the brass. It might do the trick, cuts the corrosion. If you believe the TV ads, it would work. We'll see. This is the nasty looking one that I threw in. It was all corroded and had fungi growing all over it on the inside and in places. The carbon is obviously cleaned off. The corrosion on the outside is still there a little bit. Not too bad. So overall it cleaned up fairly decently. If I left it a bit longer it might be a little bit better, but it's got about 20 minutes on this one I think already. This one here was the one that really looked nasty when I threw it in. And it cleaned up the brass pretty nice. The pot metal venturi in there did not seem to be eaten up too bad. Still looks pretty good. It's getting a little, right on the edge there, it looks a little eaten slightly, but overall it doesn't look too bad in there. Let's see, really hard to get down in there, but oh well. The outside of the body, we got a little bit of corrosion on the outside, dirt corrosion. It hasn't cleaned off and doesn't seem to be getting much better. So once again we'll try the CLR again. This here was bead blasted before, so it's still nice and clean. The chrome looks really, really nice. Cleaned it up really good. So that's real nice and clean looking. The throttle, or the choke disc over here didn't seem to clean up very well. I don't know what's up with that. It's got carbon and goo. I wiped off a little bit with my finger. So it's got a combination of rust and carbon on it. And for whatever reason, it seemed to be cutting that. The screw's nice and dirty still, so I'm assuming that's rust. So I'm not sure why that didn't clean up, but everything else seems to be fairly decent on that. So overall, it works pretty good for cleaning these, it looks like. It doesn't look as nice as being blasted, but it does look pretty good. So that's where we're at on this stuff here. I guess I'll throw this in the tank and see if it bubbles. See what happens. It's already broken, so it doesn't really matters. So we'll try that out and see what happens. So I'll just go over here and dunk it up in there right now and see what we get. So, like I said, I can't really do much damage to it. It's broken anyway. Those on the right side would help, I guess. Alright. Doesn't appear to be, oh there it goes. Now it's starting to eat it up. So you can see how it's having a good reaction going there. It takes about 30 seconds for it to get going. And we can obviously see it is going after it big time. So definitely making a difference on it. Alright, so let's get that out of there. See how white it looks now. So definitely Definitely having a reaction. Looks like it's cleaning it. It might clean it so good there won't be anything left. That would be my guess of what's going to happen to it. Alright, let's see here. Next thing I'm going to try here is I'm going to do a test on these heads and stuff over here. So this here is a nasty Forester head, just as is, sitting on my junk pile. So it's got a lot of carbon on it, dirt, oil residue, rust, about every combination of junk you can think of. This here is an old Star hub. It's steel. It's chromed at one time. It's got a lot of corrosion, grease, muck, and other stuff on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into the tank and see what happens, but I'm going to wipe the grease out of the inside there. It's got a lot of grease in there. I'll clean that much, at least. This one here, I'm just going to dunk it in the tank the way it is. So we'll put that right in there like that. And we'll lay that in the junk there and see what happens. So we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to give that probably about 20 minutes of time on that. So we'll see what happens.